Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new Huda Beauty brown tortoiseshell palettes. I have the chocolate brown one and the lip kit that came with it, and another lipstick that I ordered from Huda. And so I'm basically just going to do on camera my eyes and lips today. And we are also joined by my assistant, Mr. Crumpet. Say hello, Crumpy. Say hello. Look at the camera. Look over here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get started for today. So first and foremost, we have a new studio here at our house that we're filming our videos on, so hopefully things look better, clearer, and more visually pleasing to you. If you notice with these lights that I have kind of some dye on my forehead area here, it's because I literally just got my roots dyed, so I'm actually naturally a blonde. And I get my hair dyed black at the salon and then get the green, put on the bottoms here. But if it looks a little weird, it's because I literally just got back from doing that. So what I've done so far is put the rest of my face makeup on, so blush, contour. I didn't put highlighter on today. I don't know why, I just kind of wasn't in the mood for highlighter. But I think because I used the concealer that I used, which is that new Tarte Shape Tape, but the creamy version, I feel like it kind of gave a natural flush to my cheeks there a little bit, so it kind of looks like I have highlighter on anyways, so that's kind of why I chose not to do that today. Also, if you see me looking down, it's because the monitor is down here, so I'm going to practice and hopefully get much better as time goes on actually looking at the camera while I do this. So, like I said, I did order from the new Huda Beauty collection. It's their tortoiseshell collection. There were 3 palettes that came out. They're all different shades of browns. I believe there's a toffee one, which is kind of like yellows. There is a caramel one, which is kind of like orangey browns, and then the one that I got is chocolate, which was the darkest option of the palettes that they had. So really fast shipping. I think I ordered it, whatever the launch date was, I ordered it, and then this got here within 2 to 3 days. So this is the box that came in the mail. And I'll just kind of take it out and show you what it looks like. So first I have to point out, right here. I love this tissue paper that Huda uses with the lips on it. So I always save this for gifts because it's just such pretty paper. And you can like buy, a gift bag that's red or pink or something that matches one of the shades, and it just looks like such a cute gift. So I'm going to put that aside again and reuse that better for the environment. But this is what the inside of the bag looks like. So Huda usually uses these nice quality Ziploc bags and puts everything from your order in one of these. I love these because I reuse them for lots of different things, like when I'm traveling, or if I have like something that shattered in my makeup collection and I need to like keep it safe so powder doesn't go everywhere, but I still want to keep it and try to use it. I use these type bags for that. But basically what I decided to do was I took advantage of one of the Huda Beauty kit options. So usually with most new launches, you have the option to get obviously all of the items individually separate, but you can also do like a little kit action. And so the one that I ordered today was called the brown kit, which again, the palette is the chocolate palette in this case. So the kit that I got comes with a little tortoiseshell bag, again, obviously the chocolate palette, and then also one of their mini lip kits that has 4 of their mini liquid lipsticks. So I got all of that for $45. I did want to get free shipping because I hate paying for shipping, so I actually added one of their Power Bullet lipsticks in the shade Dirty 30. It's like a cool toned brown plum kind of shade. I thought it would be really pretty with the palette, and I actually just had my 31st birthday, so I thought it would be fun to have a lipstick named Dirty 30, I guess, so that kind of persuaded me to buy it. I'm really curious to see how that's going to perform because $25 is a lot for one lipstick, so that one single lipstick again was $25, whereas I got kind of this whole kit with the bag, lip products, and the eyeshadow for only $45, so that was a great deal. If I had bought the lip kit by itself, it would have been $33. If I had bought the palette by itself, it would have been $29. I'm not sure what the price of the bag would have been, so I'm not going to speculate on how much kind of the value of the bag is, but just the money saved to buy this kit, you still save $7, it looks like. So you still save a decent chunk of money by ordering them, in this kit together. So I'm gonna pull this out and show it to you, kind of, you'll see it for the first time as I see it. So the first thing I pull out, I actually already used this little sample. So this is actually a sample of their Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder, and I did use that today. I like it pretty good, but I feel like with this concealer, because it's that hydrating concealer, I did have some shine that kept coming through, so I ended up popping on this pressed It Cosmetics, sorry this compact is so dirty, the Bye Bye Pores pressed powder to try to like get rid of some of that shine. I'm not sure if it was the concealer. I don't know if I used too much of my setting spray, because I used a glowing setting spray. But anyway, my face, especially under these lights, looked really shiny, so I had to go on a little extra powder. But upon first use, I think that this powder seems really, really nice. I was worried that the shade would be a wrong match for me because it's not the lightest shade they have. This is the shade Pound Cake. So it comes in the cute little square container like this. And it's just kind of like it's still a light setting powder, but I think I'm kind of surprised it actually did work for me. So if I keep using this and I like this, I might would buy a full size. And then I'd have to kind of think if I would want to actually keep using the shade Pound Cake, or if I would want to go down to one of their lighter shades. And this was just free with purchase. I don't know if you have to spend a certain amount to get the free sample, but I thought it was a very cute, generous, nicely packaged free sample, which was really cool. So the next thing I'm going to pull out is the kit. I'll save that for a second. And then we have that Dirty 30 lipstick, Power Bullet. So again, I cannot believe, I mean, I had a promo code, or I probably would not have bought a $25 lipstick because that is just so expensive, but you know, it had just been my birthday. I had some birthday money, so I bought it. The packaging on these is really cute. It's like an ombre tube that kind of shows the color of the lipstick is supposed to be at the top. I have to smell it. It kind of just smells coconutty to me, maybe a little slight coconut, not anything super strong. The shade looks really pretty. It looks like, as I imagined, it will go well with this brown palette that I have. And so just really quickly, I am gonna swatch this on the back of my hand and just see what we're working with. All right, very, very pretty, as described. So it does kind of look like a plummy brown kind of color. Really like that. I think that's gonna look really good with the palette, so I'm excited to use that. And again, it did go on super duper creamy, which is really nice. So that's a good sign, right? Alright, so I got that off the back of my hand. Now we'll look at the kit, which is like the star of the show. So it comes packaged like this. Alright, so this is what the little bag looks like. I don't know why I was expecting the bag to be bigger when I saw it online. It's super cute. I mean, it just seems kind of like a cheap little tote. Like, I'm not surprised that this is, you know, free with the purchase, so to speak. But it is really cute because it has the brown handle. It has the tortoise shell. That's like the packaging on the palette. There's no closure on this, on the little bag. It looks like it might be cute to take, like, if you're a beach or a lake person, because it is plastic, so you could kind of throw some stuff in there. But it doesn't, like, have a zipper or anything like that. But again, that's cute. I may use this. If not, I'll give it to someone that I think actually would use it, but it still is super cute. Okay, so this is the main thing, obviously. So we've got the mini liquid lipstick kit and then the chocolate brown palette. It's very hard to get into. Probably should have opened this before I started filming, but I wanted you to like see me open the box. So this feels like a waste of plastic, which is not great. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of that. But here we go. So here is the little eyeshadow palette. So it's probably hard to see, but it has the really dark tortoiseshell packaging. It does say chocolate and then brown. And this is just like all of the other little 9-pan Huda Beauty palettes that have come out. So I actually haven't seen any reviews on this, so I don't know what other people think of it. Some people love these palettes, some people hate them. I've kind of always had a fine time with them. I don't have very many of them. I got some in BoxyCharm, and I got one as a gift. I thought that they were fine and performed fine. So we'll see how this one goes. So here it is, kind of out of packaging. Super cute. Okay, it's not broken, so that's a great sign. So here is what the palette looks like. Really pretty, lots of nice mattes. Usually for spring I would have preferred to buy like a really colorful bright palette, but I always buy really colorful bright palettes. And so I thought that this would be a nice idea for something that was neutral but had a little bit of sparkle in it, and you know, could be kind of a neutral-ish look for spring. These are not usually colors I reach for very much, but I think there are some really striking options in this palette. I really like how the glitter ones, there's this shade here, and then this middle shade, or this shade over here in this corner, and they look like a swirl shade, so if you can kind of see, they look like they have chunks of different colors in them. So for today's look, I think I'm just going to do a really simple look and try to keep it fast so that my video will stop being so long, because these videos have been so long. I'm so sorry. But we will just, let's go in and get started. So I'm just going to grab a fluffy brush. This is that same ColourPop E2 brush I've been using in my videos. It's just, you know, fluffy blending brush. And I think I'm going to pop into, so it looks like the shades don't have names. I'm going to pop into this corner up here, this matte, and just pop that into my crease. And I didn't put eye primer on, I just have concealer and foundation that again I just kind of buffed out with my finger. And let's just pop this in and see what it looks like. Okay, super pigmented. Probably got too much on my brush, but that's okay. We'll blend it out, we'll make it work. There's a little bit of pickup in the pan, but not a lot. Again, super, super pigmented. I didn't mean to kind of go up here in this part of my eye, but it just kind of happened by accident. So we're just going to have that be part of the look today and try to match it on the other side too. So I'm going to kind of blend up towards my eyebrow right there, and then kind of sweep down, and then just kind of smooth and buff everything out. All right, gonna go back in with a lighter hand this time into this one, and then shift over to this eye and try to not have it be quite as dark. We'll see what happens. All right, so since I made that mistake, I'm gonna kind of bring it up like this, and then fan it back down and do windshield wiper motions. Not quite even, so I'm gonna go in and pick up a little bit more, same brush, and just kind of darken where I'm kind of messed up again over on the other eye, and just blend that out. So super pigmented, blending really, really nicely for a matte. Really like it. Again, this is probably not super even, but that's okay because I'm trying to do this a little bit quicker than normal. All right, so that's where we would be at on the eyes. Just make sure I got that blended a little bit better. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with a smaller pencil brush. So this little guy from Glamlight, which is just, again, it's a blending brush, but it's smaller and kind of shaped more like a pencil. And I'm just gonna go into a darker brown. So I'm actually gonna go down here to this very, very dark brown and just lightly pick up a little bit of that on the brush, tap it off, and then go into my crease. So this one I don't want to be spread out as far as that first color. So I'm just going to kind of take the pencil brush and tap it directly into where my crease is. So literally like where my eyeball socket is. So like I literally can push the brush in right there. And that makes it really easy to follow because you literally just kind of let your eyeball guide you. Probably could have used a little bit of a smaller brush to do this, but that's okay. We'll just keep blending. This color is also just really, really pretty, blending really well. A little bit of kickback in the pan, but not much, especially for a shade that is this dark. So we'll just keep blending, swirling, and then some windshield wiper motions. And then now I'm just kind of pulling it up and out to kind of elongate the eye just a little bit there. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. So going back in to this darkest brown matte right here, picking up a little bit on my brush, tapping off the excess, just popping that over here. So far, I'm really enjoying these. I feel like I'm not as judgmental when they're neutral colors. I don't know why. I think I get so excited for really colorful palettes, so I have really high expectations for how those are going to perform. And so whenever I get a neutral palette, it's not that I'm not excited for it, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I guess I expect neutrals to perform well because, you know, everyone does them and they've been around for a while, so why not? Alright, so looks pretty even. I'm going to go in a little bit more on, just to deepen on the outer part right here a little bit. Okay, and then again, deepen up just a little bit more here. Alright, so I like how that's looking. Okay, next I'm gonna take let's see what brush I've got in here that's actually clean. Again, going back to this ColourPop collection that they did with their Limoncello collection. This is the E4, so it's kind of a big, flat kind of shader brush. And I'm gonna go back into the palette and actually go in with this, just tap that, but go in with this color right here and kind of lay that down on the outer corner. So on the lid, and then kind of blending carefully up into the crease with the two colors that we did initially, just to give a little depth. So this color is not like my favorite color. I feel like this is a really just like camel brown color that I see in like lots of palettes. But again, it's going on really smooth, blending really well, so that's great. Good consistency, good formula. And that is not blended out obviously, but I'm going to lay it down on the other eye and then we'll come back and blend it out. So again, just kind of doing the same thing. It's so hard when you're doing this on camera to see if your eyes are even. I don't know why. I guess the bright lights are like blinding me kind of. But I think that this looks pretty even, so we're going to go back in with that ColourPop E2 fluffy blending brush and just try to buff all this together. So no harsh lines for this. I just want this to be like a super blown out, like smoky kind of eye. And then again, same thing over here. Didn't pick up any product or anything, just the same old brush, switching eyes. And then blending again. So looks like this eye's gonna need a little bit more blending than the other one did, but that's okay. We'll just blend until it's even. Alright. Again, I think that looks even, but it may not be perfect. And then I'm going to take that same little pencil brush. This one's actually from Glamlight, if I didn't say from one of their little holiday kits. It was a candy cane trio. I'm going to actually go in with that very first shade up here in the left hand corner, and I'm going to run that along my lower lash line. Again, to give this like grungy, blown out, kind of smoky look. And you know, with grungy looks, you don't have to be as precise. It's okay, because you don't want it to be perfect. Okay, same thing on the other under eye. Again, just kind of connecting that with the part that we put on the top lash so that it looks nice and diffused. I'm gonna go back to my ColourPop E2 fluffy blending brush and just hit this top part one more time. Alright, I like how that looks grungy, smoky, blown out. Now I want to use one of these shimmers. So, different options to choose from. I think I'm gonna try out the darkest shimmer, so that's gonna be this one right here. It looks like as dark as brown as you could possibly get without it actually being a black shadow, and then it's got a burgundy speckles into it, so that looks really interesting. So I'm gonna go in with my finger first, ring finger, go right into that shade, swirl it around. It is very dark, shimmery brown, but I feel like you can kind of see that berry in there a little bit. It may not pick up on camera, but I can see it in person. And I'm just gonna put this all over my lid with my finger, and we will worry about blending it out later. I'm going a little bit more, make it a little bit more opaque. Really pretty color. I can definitely see in person those burgundy shimmers popping, and I really, really like that. It would be so pretty with a really, really dark burgundy lipstick. Be gorgeous. Okay, now we're gonna do something on the other eye. Again, don't worry, we're gonna go back and clean it up. I'm one of those people that likes to get it laid down and then let's do the cleanup after. Alright, so that is obviously extremely messy, but that's okay because we're gonna clean it up like I said. So what I'm gonna do now is grab a little flat shader brush. What brand is this? Moda Studio, I think. So it's just a little short, tiny little packer brush. I'm gonna go into that same shade, so that really dark color in the upper right hand corner. Wiggle in the brush in there, pick some up, and now I'm gonna try to clean this up slightly. So going into my inner corner and then kind of just dragging this exactly where I want it to go. So kind of keeping the line a little bit cleaner on the inner corner, and then as I get to the outer corner, just kind of fluffing it out a little bit like that. And then we'll do the same thing on this eye, so getting that inner corner nice and precise. And then when we get to the outer corner, just kind of gently buffing that into our crease color. Awesome, so I really like how that looks. Gothy, smoky, I like it. Now let's try one more color while we have this out. I'm gonna actually go in with this bottom gold shade. And I'm gonna just very gently take that ring finger again and just very, very lightly go in there, just barely. Pick up a little bit on the finger and then put that in the center of my eye. Need a little bit more. There we go. And that just kind of gives it a little dimension, which I think is really pretty. Now, if it were me, I probably wouldn't have skipped this step and just kept it really dark. But I think a lot of people would, like the added dimension in there, so that's why I did it. So I think that looks really, really cool. Oh, I didn't even think about it, but I can zoom you in. Oops. So it's definitely not perfect, right? But it's not meant to be perfect, it's grungy. So what I'm gonna do now is kind of like the cleanup of it. So again, I don't want it to look too precise or anything like that, but I am gonna kind of like clean it up just a little bit. So I have my beauty blender that I used earlier to put the foundation on. And this is actually a sponge from the Hip Dot Peeps collection. It was super cute. So there's actually a little Peeps face right here on them. I really like these sponges. They're affordable, cruelty-free, and they are just really bouncy and soft. So for the price you pay, they're really good quality, and you can get them in a pack of 4. I'm not sure if they're still in stock. You could get them at Ulta or at the Hip Dot website. But basically, I'm just going to take this and kind of just sweep in an upward motion, because this eye got kind of dragged down, I feel like, so it was kind of looking a little bit droopy. And then again over here, I'm going to do the same thing. Like so. So I think that looks pretty even. And then what I'm going to do last is take a clean fluffy brush. So this is a Lime Crime, and it has the pretty glitter in the handle. Oh, these brushes, they're so cute. And I'm, again, no product on it, and I'm just gonna clean up here. Actually, we are gonna use some product. We're gonna go into the lightest shade, which would be the center shade here. So just gonna get a little bit of that super light beigey, maybe kind of peachy shade, and just kind of use this to clean up that original color we put in the crease. So go into it again, and then same thing over here. Okay, that looks good to me. Alright, and then last but not least, I'm obviously eventually going to go put on lashes, liner, and stuff like that, but really quickly I do want to swatch the little mini kit. So this is the little lip kit. It has 4 shades in here. They're all brown tones. So you've got Trendsetter on top, Alpha Femme, and Her Majesty. I know Trendsetter is one of their best selling shades. I'm not sure about the other 3. I know there are new shades in this little kit, but I'm not sure which ones are the new ones and which ones are the old one, other than I know for sure Trendsetter's in there. I think I've had a sample of that actually a few years back and used it up. It was a little small one like this one. I used it up really quickly because I liked it so much. But basically what I'm going to do now is just swatch these on the back of my hand. So they're going to obviously come out like that. So we will start with Trendsetter. Has a really good vanilla smell. So here is Trendsetter. Obviously it's going to dry down matte, so I can show it when it dries in a minute. I really like their liquid lipstick formula. It's easy to use. It stays. Alright, so unfortunately the camera died while I was in the middle of doing the liquid lipstick swatches. So what I did is I charged the camera. I'm going to try to do this really quickly because I only charged the camera for a few minutes. But I want to show you these. Obviously I went ahead and put on mascara. I put on some black eyeliner. Didn't do like a wing liner today, just put it in my waterline, bottom waterline and top. And I actually used the Huda Beauty dual-ended liner for that. I'm a big fan of the pencil end of that, but I don't really like the liquid liner as much because the brush is too thick for me, but a lot of people love it. But really quickly, so here are the swatches. I'm going to...
You hit record, right?
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I've zoomed you in now to show you the swatches that we had. So right before the camera cut out, we had done Trendsetter, which again is a shade that they already have in the company. Next is the shade I'm wearing that I finished the look with, Her Majesty, and I just went with this one because it was the darkest one, so I really enjoy it. This third one over is Alpha Femme. Alpha Femme. Hi, Gremlin. And then this last one here on the end that kind of has a reddish tone to it is On Top. So overall, what do I think about this collection? So the kit itself, so 45 bucks for that little bag, the mini lip kit, and the palette, obviously. So the little bag, the brown palette, and the 4 liquid lipsticks, $45. Definitely would recommend that. Would I pay $33 for this lip kit on its own? Probably not, no. They're very similar colors. I do love brown colors personally because I like that 90s grunge kind of lip color. So these work really great for me. If you're someone who also likes browns, I would, consider getting this. Try to maybe see if it goes on sale or wait for a promo code so you're not actually paying $33 for it. Would probably be my recommendation on that one. The palette though, for $29, you can get it at Huda Beauty online, or you can get it at Sephora online. Definitely recommend this for $29. Very pretty. Everything swatched great. I think everything looks good on the eyes. If you're someone who's into these chocolate colors, I think this is a really good palette. And I really do like the tortoiseshell packaging. I think that's super cute. So yeah, I'm not sure what the bag is worth. I'm not sure if I'll use the bag, but again, bag, palette, cute little lip kit, all for $45. And you can definitely Google and get like it's a 10% off coupon code to use on Huda Beauty. So those are my thoughts. If you have any questions, let me know. So we started our video out with Mr. Crumpet, but Crumpet got bored and left after the camera died, and so then Gremlin came and took his place. So this is Mr. Grimmers. This is Gremlin. He's 9, and he helped us finish the video. You want to look over here and let everybody see your pretty eyes? Show everybody your pretty eyes. And there's just little fangs. You open your eyes for them? Yeah. Oh, so handsome. Alright, thank you so much for watching us. We hope you'll join us on the next video, and we'll see you next time.